Hey everybody, so I just finished teaching and I wanted to just talk about something that might be quite useful, I hope, and something quite different to anything I've really spoken about, I think. This is to do with the plucking hand, so whatever hand you are. I'm actually left-handed, but I play right-handed, although that's a whole other thing, but I tend to think that for left-handed people, this would be the way to play the bass with your left hand on the fingerboard, given that, at least for me, I do more variations. With this hand, it's mostly thumb or two fingers. But anyway, so here's something that I thought might be quite useful, is just looking at ways to develop efficient plucking technique. Now, this is just a way that works for me, and a lot of my students find this helpful. So I thought I'd make a little video for them and for any of you guys out there who might enjoy this. And let me know in the comments below if this is of use and if there's anything else that you might want to see about this. So I've also done it with two cameras. So there's going to be a view, kind of this one straight on, and then also this one here, where you're looking from a slightly different angle at my plucking hand. So very simple exercises. I'm just going to deal with open strings right now. Now, this is what I do. I'm going to play the open E, 4 notes. And I'm also damping the note. You can either damp the note once you've finished with the fretting hand. The problem with that is if you do it at a certain point, you get that overtone, but you can also damp it what we call like a rest stroke. So we'll play, and then the next finger stops the string and then plucks like this. See what I mean? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. See? You can control the length of the note without even using this hand. Sometimes you'll get a little overtone. You can hear a slight harmonic there. So if you combine both hands, and you get a really nice clean note. Now, the thing I wanted to get into was this idea of moving the thumb down, at least down onto the E string as we pluck the A, and then down onto the A string as we pluck the D. See what I mean? Now, on the other camera view there, you see, you should get a really nice view of that. So start off with the E, and I'm on the pickup. But look at where I am on the pickup. Now, I'm playing a jazz type bass, all right? So it has these single chord pickups. And a lot of my basses, you've probably seen this on some of my videos, they have the kind of Rufus signature paint missing from the front. This is where my thumbnail, I have massive thumbnails. They're really thick too. So what happens is I play usually with my thumb resting on the corner, the leading edge of the pickup, not on the top. To me, that's like sometimes I do that, but generally I'm like this. So I'm really resting this. You see the indentation on my thumb just there, where I'm resting the thumb on the point, the corner of the pickup, and then I slide it forward. You see, so I go then forward. So then onto the A. See what I mean? Now, I do that, and then we'll work through all the strings. We go open E on the front corner of the thumb, so, right? Then A, I'm resting on the E. Now I move up to the D, and I'm resting on the A. Now, once you're on the A string, the back of the thumb, and you can probably see it from this camera better, the back of the thumb, like where my knuckle is hitting the E. I'm really damping it quite nicely, so. And the A is also muted. Now, once I'm playing the D and then the G, the D string is taken care of as I follow through with that rest stroke. See, like that, see? So, keeping the thumb there. So G string. Now the D. Now the A, move my thumb back to the E. And now the E. See how my thumb now is on that point, the corner of the pickup, right? So start here on the A, hand down to the D. Thumb still on the A though. Now I move down to the A, thumb moves down to the E, and then E. Now, to avoid the harmonics ringing, I'm paying more attention to the camera as I'm looking at it, but I'm going to keep my hand away from that area. So I'm going to play all. Good point. The harmonics are harder to generate, so less harmonics, right? You can almost do this without even using this hand to damp anything. Look. Slight ringing on as I get up to the top strings, but that's pretty amazing that you're getting a lot of muting going on here, just with the combination of the rest stroke and this thumb muting both the E and the A, right? And this comes in handy in real terms, in actual playing situations. Let's say on a walk through, I don't know, like a blues, like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and. You see how my thumb is moving back and forth as I play, or whatever the groove is you want to play. Something maybe that uses an open string in the line. This is from a bass line from a piece I wrote 20 years ago. So now on that, my thumb is moving back and forth to make it clean, right? Because I'm using a combination of open strings and fretted stuff. So you want it to sound clean. And there's a new study piece I'm going to release in the next probably the next week, which is a really cool kind of string crossing and open string etude, which I hope you guys will enjoy. And that uses some lines, these kind of things. And as I do this, there's a whole combination of open string, and I've only got a second to hit that open E. And then I'm up to here. And then up to here, right? So I'm using thumb to mute that E, right? Now in this case, because I'm doing so much movement back and forth, I don't bring my thumb all the way up onto the A there. What I do, so what happens is I play the open E, the thumb comes off for a second, it's kind of floating, but then I'm going right back to hit that E, the D, and then a pair of 6 here, -6. So you're always going to modify this technique. I'm not saying it's like a hard and fast rule, but it's really something to try in your kind of toolkit. It's because if you're one of those players that just keeps your thumb kind of attached to the edge of the pickup all the time, but it's just an option, and it can mean that you've got this nice muting thing going on with the thumb there, and it also means there's less of a fulcrum, less of an angle here when you're playing on the top strings. To me, it always seemed, if I was playing a more involved line on the upper strings, right, something that was using, right, 16ths there, I'd rather have my thumb, I'm going to turn this way just for the other camera, right? I've got my thumb on the A, and if I do that and stop dead, look, I'm not muting the lower strings with this hand at all, am I? I'm just going, right? There's 16th notes on my A, but this hand, right, the plucking hand is doing all the muting there. Okay, so hopefully this has been kind of interesting. And like I said, I literally just was teaching a student about this, and I thought, this might be a really good thing to put up on YouTube. And like, I'm just experimenting with the 2 cameras. Let me know if you dig this. I think it's pretty cool because, in fact, you can see the other, this other angle from this side to see the plucking going on. And then you can also see it from this end. It just might also make it clearer. Plus, obviously, you can see me talking to you and demonstrating stuff. So let me know what you think.